Okay, good evening. Welcome, everybody, anybody, whoever. If you're here in the chat, say hi. Tell us what you're up to. Hopefully you can't hear the air conditioning just by me, like there. But let me know if you can, because I'll turn it off. But it's very hot here in Melbourne today, so. But that's okay. Got my Hacktoberfest t-shirt on. I'm ready to hack. So, where we got to last week, we got awesome track drawing. But then, sort of the last thing on the stream was I found this bug. I can show you. So if you're a sideways hairpin, I think it doesn't matter if you go, yeah, nope. So that's wrong, obviously. And what I did was I codified it into this failing test. And I was going to fix that test today. I kind of played around with this a little bit more just before I started streaming, and I found another couple of cases. The vertical hairpin is a very similar problem. It looks slightly different. So this one's another failing test. And then I found this one, which I've called fishhook. But this one is weird. Let me demonstrate. It's actually weird though in a good way, because I think it might give a clue to what's going on. So I was experimenting with what happens if we draw a slightly bigger curve here. And what's going to happen is when I draw this track, it goes wrong. Right? This tries to join up here. It presumably thinks this is available to connect down, which it is. But this one is happy, so it shouldn't have changed. The interesting thing with this case, if I erase that, put it back, I think this is a recursion problem. Because if I erase this track, or really any track, this all works now. And if I put this track back, you can see, right, I added a track here, and it reevaluated over here. That is not ideal. I actually wonder how far this would go. Is this literally tracing every track? Oh, maybe it's testament to how fast the code is that it can trace every track without speed issues. But yeah, okay, so that's wrong. And if I break this chain anywhere, anyway, so I've added a failing test for that. So technically, I wrote code not on stream. Sorry, couldn't resist. But it's pretty boring testing code. And yeah, you can see those fail. So the first job today is to fix those tests and hopefully not break any of the other tests. But before we do that, to the repository, because we have some issues, which is awesome. So firstly is a question, which is a very good question. Basically, the question is, when our little made-up DI scans assemblies, what's the ordering of the board renders? So if we look at our crappy DI down here, it loops through all the assemblies, it loops through all the types. If it's a type we care about, it just adds an implementation. In game, I think. Yep. So in game, we have an IEnumerable of hang on 2 seconds. Okay, sorry about that. If you saw my tweet earlier, the man from Gumtree showed up. Anyway, he refused to come to the front door, so. So where were we? Yes. So board renderers. So we get a collection of board renderers. No, it's not, Jeff. Go away. I can try something with Uno and see if it doesn't work, like it always doesn't work for me. Best not to get into that. So we get a collection of board renderers, and it's up to the DI system to construct that collection, and we're not telling it any information. So I'm guessing it's going to be in the order that they're added, which means it's in the order the type's appearing in the assembly. And that's something, I think I linked to a blog post here. Yeah, it's something you basically shouldn't rely on. I suspect in this small case, it's probably consistent, but yeah, best not to rely on it. In future though, I'm going to do something better around this. So either some kind of ordering system either in here or in here, where this can go through an ordering, and the renderers can have, an order on them or something. The other potential thing to do would be to create separate layers. So at the moment with the grid and the tracks, the ordering is not super important. If the grid draws over the tracks, it'll still look okay. If the tracks were bigger, I guess that would look bad, but anyway. Where ordering becomes important is when we draw trains. Obviously, they need to be on top of the tracks. But the other thing with trains is the trains need to be drawn way more often. So having them in a separate layer would probably be a good idea, which means essentially having them in an entirely separate skier view. So we have our track skier view that gets updated whenever tracks are modified, and we have our sort of train or live view, which gets updated every, on a timer. So depending on how we tackle that, that's kind of why I've left the ordering at the end. So hopefully that answers the question. I'm going to close the issue because it's answered. Now the other thing we got was a wonderful service by Mr. Simon Gearing. Thank you, Simon. From the UK, I believe. Yeah. Who basically listened to my stream of conscious on the last episode and wrote down all the things that I said I should do, which is really handy because this to-do list you can see up there, that's kind of my temporary to-do list. Yeah, it's not everything. There's some stuff here like rotate track tool. I've mentioned a bunch of times. There's a bug, having some unit tests. That's all good stuff I probably won't get to, so it's good that they're written down. Things like ASCII art for test scenarios, that's like a fun idea. Maybe not important, but I think definitely fun to do one day. So yeah, it's cool to have all this stuff written down. I probably should actually be better at logging issues for everything, but I don't know. But I don't want to actually prioritize them. I just want to do what feels right. Cool. So yeah, I'll definitely leave that one open because those are good suggestions. And as usual, let's just open up the prior art. So this is the other reason that to-do list is kind of, I guess, unnecessary, because I've already got this, which I've thought about lots. So I kind of know some more things to do. But so for animations, I'm not doing them, just CSS. All right. Reactive extensions use ASCII art for test notes. Really? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's kind of like, if you look at these tests, this is really boring. But what it is it's this. It's too long. It's this shape. and then that one, which is the bad one. So to express that shape, yeah, anyway. The tricky part with it, I'm not sure of, is the order of the tracks matter, right? Let's assume this worked, and this track was facing down. That's only because I drew this bit first. If the test did this, then it looks different, but this isn't wrong. So ASCII art's kind of maybe not all we need, or I don't know, maybe we need ASCII art at a starting point. We assume that it follows path. All sorts of fun things to think about, but they're kind of secondary. So let's see if we can just debug this test, and we'll see where it's going wrong. Because it should be right until that last track is placed. That's the one that kind of kicks everything off. And as I said from the fishhook example, I'm pretty sure it's a recursion problem. We're checking too far. So, I wonder if I can easily see what tracks I have at the moment. Okay, so I have 4. Ah, nice. Okay, so here's our tracks at 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1. That kind of matches here. We need the directions. So I can actually, this is cool. So there's a new feature in Visual Studio. I think it's in 16.4, which is released. This is the preview, which is 16.5. But so see this value here. This is a track, but the debugger doesn't know how to sort of show me it's a track. What I care about, though, is this direction. So if I pin direction, it will use the direction to represent the value. And the cool thing is, if you watch here, and if you watch here and here and here, when I pin this 1 for this track, it uses that for this data type. So if I pin that, you can see these are all now shown. So this is a really cool way to see our board state. So we expect horizontal, horizontal, left up. Okay, and we've got vertical. We expect left down. But that's okay. So what we have here is we have a right angle, and we're going to fill in this little bottom corner. So that should change that vertical to left down, and the track we're adding should be horizontal. That's not going to happen, but we'll see. Alright, so we don't have a track there. We create a track and add it. And I think all of this stuff, it got broken when we added in this cross track, I suspect. Because I think this pattern probably worked for. And if I get really stuck debugging, I could always go back to an old branch and check. So we have a neighbor down. That doesn't sound right. We have a neighbor to the right. That sounds right. Why do we have a neighbor down? That doesn't seem right at all. Where are we? We are, how do I see? Okay, autos. Okay, this. So we're undefined. We are at 2, 1. Yeah, that's right. We have a neighbor down, which means 2, 2. Oh, okay. So we're going up. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's fine. We do have a neighbor down. And importantly, this is all neighbors. So this is not connected neighbors. So this neighbor that is down and horizontal, it's not connected to us. So that's okay. So this is just checking for a cross, which should fail. Now, we set the best track direction, and we say we want to refresh our neighbors. And that makes sense, because when we put this track down, we want it to be horizontal, and we want it to cause its neighbor to turn. So system reentrancy. Now this neighbors should only have 1. Yep. Which is to the right, and it's vertical. That's cool. It's not happy. Perfect. So it's ready to turn left. Yes, left to connect to us. Cool. So it's not a cross thing. Here's a neighbor to the right. We don't have a neighbor up. We don't have a neighbor down. So we're horizontal. Correct. That's what I would expect. Now we changed directions. Have we increased neighbors at all? No. Good. So we're horizontal. We want to refresh our neighbors. We see, this is where the recursion should stop, because we're now passing in false. Oh, maybe it's this call. I can't remember why I added that call. I bet you that breaks it. Okay, so we get our neighbors. We have just one to the right. It's vertical. So when we call this, this is going to see we have neighbor down and left. Yep. And so therefore this should become left down. Yep. That's cool. Set thing. We're not refreshing our neighbors. Why are we calling Yeah, so this is the problem. Because right now we're happy with our state. So if I skip over this, that's fine, that's fine. Our horizontal track is not happy, that's fine. And if I skip over this again, I think this test will pass now. Yes, it did. So, when did I add that? Let's have a look and see if I can see with the blame, but I doubt it because I'm not very good at Git. So this was added when I did. Where's the commit message? Arrange tracks. Huh. Okay. So if I only want to refresh when I'm erasing tracks, that's easy. So what did I do here? We ignored happiness for erasing, yeah, that's right. Oh, it used to be inside the if. Okay, let's do this. Let's get the actual file. Lost it. Okay. This is why we have tests, because we can comment this out and we can run them all. I'll be very interested if this Fischer one passes, which I think it will, because you know how I said this was a recursion problem? Well, this is basically saying, yes, go and aggressively update everything I'm connected to, and then that update will update, etc. So I think this will actually make everything pass, except maybe our arrays. Oh, right angle with a circle on top. That's interesting. Expected horizontal got left up. Let's just redo this one. This is where ASCII out would help, because I can't really see. Alright, so column 1, row 4, oops, row 4, column 1, row 3, column 2, row 3, column 1, row 1, column 2, row 1, column 1, row 2, and then 2, 2. Yep, that's definitely a bug. I think this is that bug that I said might be fixed if we have three-way tracks. Because if I do the same thing here, we get this three-way join. And so you can see on the Windows version, this track is curved the same way. It's just that this one, potentially, doesn't know how to connect three ways. So that's interesting because none of the other tests failed. Even the arrays test worked. Do I have an arrays test? No. Okay. But that is interesting because, for argument's sake, if this line only helps in that situation, there's another fix for that situation, which is to implement three-way tracks. Let's see what erasing does. It just needs to set stuff back, yeah. What was the bug with that? It was like if you have this, and then we go like this, and we erase there. No, that's alright. Erase it, it's fine. Erase there. Alright, I'm going to call this win and say we fix these tests, because this looks much better now. And my official one. Yep. So the only thing we've broken is that wants to connect, which is probably really yeah, this really wants to go together. Yeah, so either I can make this not connect, but then presumably when I do three-way tracks, I'm going to need to make it connect. Maybe we should do three-way tracks. Okay, let's do three-way tracks. Cool. I will do this. I will, what am I doing on this test? Let's cut it. And let's commit this. So this was, correct connection over every connection. Med. How do I spell med? I don't know. Sometimes I spell things Australian, and sometimes I spell them American. Alright, let's put this test back. So this is now a failing test. And I'll just get rid of my reference. This is now a failing test, but what I actually want from this is there's this, and then this. Okay, so 2, 2, which is this one, instead of being left up, it should be left up, down, so I don't exist yet, and then 2, 3, instead of being horizontal, is left up. Okay, left up, oh, it's just left up. So this should be connected through ways. Cool. So, yep, no, can't go to definition when it doesn't exist. Guess I've got to add all of the rest of them. Let's just do this is all gonna change. Like, I have no idea if this is useful at all, because it's all gonna change. But I guess the tests are useful. So left, up, down. I guess we just go around the clock. So that would be up, right, down, left, down, left, up, and left, up, right. And then up, right, down. Why is there 5? That seems wrong. Wait, left, up, down, and down, left, up. What's that? Okay. I should probably... What have I got here? I've got the horizontal direction first. Alright. Let's do left up down, right up down, left up right. So horizontal directions first. Okay. Cool. Is that what I call my test? Yes, left up down. Alright, so now we need to add this everywhere. I'm having deja vu now, where I want the compiler to tell me which of these methods I haven't filled in. Okay, can connect, right. You get to watch me type for a bit. So, how's everybody going? How's work? Have you all stopped work? I haven't stopped work. I don't know how to stop work. Right. 3. Okay, and connect down. That's those two, and one more. Left it down. Connect left. So this is left up down. Yep. And then can connect up. So we leave the two ups, and this one becomes, I don't know. That was right. Okay. That's right. Our cross tracks don't change. Don't they? Back to JavaScript world. What happens if I draw a track here? Yeah, it becomes cross. Yeah, that makes sense. If I draw a track here, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure that's how this is going to work in this code, but let's hope it does. Okay, so if we have a neighbor up or down, and we have a neighbor left, so if they're actually neighbors up and down, then we are left up down. Yeah, that looks right. So this would be a right up down. And so that's our two verticals, this is our two horizontals. Okay. Left, right. This is always a weird time of the stream for me because night shift mode has turned on in Windows. So my screen is decidedly yellow, but I don't think it comes across in the stream. If my face gets yellow, you know why. Okay. That seemed way too easy. Nah, let's try it. What's the worst that could happen? Let's test with this familiar one. Hey! It worked! Because we haven't told it how to draw yet. I always forget something. So, I don't think if we do that. Hey, that still works. Okay, but it won't go... 3... To get a track to connect 3 ways, one of the ways to do it is you essentially draw over. I have to say, I want these two to be connected, even though the game doesn't want to connect them. So that makes sense. That one could probably connect. We can maybe work on it. Alright, let's draw it now that we know how to actually get it to happen. So, track renderer. I'm back to wanting flags enums on these things, because the rotations for left up and left up down are the same. But if it's 3-way, I just draw an extra few tracks. That's annoying. If it's cross, it's the thing. Okay, so, well, this I can get rid of. And right up, down. Right, down. That's interesting. Which is the main track. So, I'll show you what I mean by that. Why do I keep placing this down? So in a 3-way track like this, is there a way? Yeah. You can switch which direction is the main one. Oh, but the enum doesn't change, does it? Yeah. Yeah, let's try this. So, left, right, down, left, down, up, and that's it. Yeah, okay, so there's all 4 cases. So we're rotating. Alright, and then we're going to draw our corner track. And our corner track needs to know if we're drawing any extra. And of course, draw extra is, yeah, it's this. Or that. Or that. Or the other one, which is right. Left, right, up. Yeah. Okay. And draw contract. Interesting. Alright. So we draw the planks, and that's fine. We're going to draw the planks in the main direction, and the main direction is basically the two that match this. So left, down, right, down. And then, now see, I need to be smart about this. Because the main direction, so after we draw the main direction, after we draw the tracks for the main direction, which I will just I want to extract local function. So after we draw the tracks, I want to rotate, but because I'm rotating by the same amount no matter which direction we're going, we're essentially always going to get the same pattern, right? The first two has to be where the planks are, and then we'll rotate, say, 90 degrees to the right, or 180 degrees to the right, I think. Yeah, this one. So right up goes to down is, well, might be right. Just got to check that all is right. I don't actually really care which one it ends up being. I just want them to be the same. So essentially, let's see what happens if I do this. So we're only drawing the planks once. We draw the tracks, we rotate, we draw the tracks some more. If we're drawing extra, which gets rid of that. Morning. Gets rid of that. Morning. Wow, that was slow. Alright. So, hey, it worked, except for not working. But apart from that, it worked. So this is a perfect example of what I was talking about. So, our main tracks here are left down, so that's this one. And then we're saying left up down goes in the same bucket, because this is left up down. But what we're drawing is right up. So it's completely opposite. Oh, I'm rotating too far. Let's try that. Let's try 90. That makes sense. Oh, lucked into it first time. Okay. And if I draw a track there, I wonder if my test passes. I should find out. Alright. No, now comes the hard part. I have to draw this pattern in all four cardinal directions. So that's that. Oh no. There. That one? Yes. And that. Oop, bug. Interesting. This will probably be bug as well. No, that's, yes, just a different bug. Okay, this could be a bug in this code here. So if left isn't null, up. Yep. No, that looks right. So, yeah, erase on. I'm just, sorry, can we just take a moment to observe that erasing did the right thing and was predictable in any way, shape or form. If I erase the right track. And amazing. Okay, so when I'm drawing a track here, what do we got? Our neighbours left and right are both not null. In this case, down is not null. And left and right, which means this becomes left, right, down. Okay. I guess I'll have to put some tests, because that could be a drawing bug. But it also means I need to do need to test it in that direction. That doesn't work. Yeah. Okay. And I should do this one as well. So that's that. That works. And that works. Okay. So my verticals work, just not horizontals. Let's write some tests. Wait. Oh, sorry, that was too low. You probably can see it. There you go. Lots of squiggles. This is probably a terrible idea, but this is iced coffee in a Hofbrauhaus-Stein. It's probably a terrible idea this late at night, but boy, it tastes good on a hot day. Let's run this test. while we're waiting for that test, let's do something else. So, what I did before with pinning the debugger can also be done here with attribute. And I can say this is direction. So the debugger display attribute tells the debugger what to display for this type. And so this is just saying show the direction probably. And that's what it'll do. It'll show it in quotes by default, so I can put NQ for no quote. And it should work with my test. Okay. Why is it I'm forever creating tests with meaningless random numbers? Let's go a left angle with a circle on top. So that would be column 1, row 4, column 2, row 4, column 2, row 5. Oh, actually, okay. 3, and that could be 4. So we can see that there. And then column 1, row 1, column 2, row 1, column 2, row 2, and column 1, row 2. Okay, and that works. Good. Now to do this. So the trick with this one is if you line these up, which doesn't last long because we just need to reformat them for you. But if you line them up, then you Alt-Shift select, just like the column, and then Alt-Shift select again and paste. Now they're all the same. So we have vertical, we have left down, we have right up, we have 1 right down, yep, left down, yep, right up, yep, and this is right up down. Okay, let's see if that passes. Oop. How did I break? Oh no, that doesn't do it. Anyway, come back. Expected vertical. Actual right up. 1, 3. 1, 3. Yes, that's right. This is right up. 2, 3 is left down, and 2, 4 is vertical. Is that right? Did it fail again? Hello, what's going on? Run. Oh. Expected right up, actual left up. Here. 2, 2. 2, 2 is indeed left up. See, none of this would happen if I had ASCII out. But how do you express the order? I guess you have a start point. Okay, cool. So that's left and right angles with circles on top. A three-way track doesn't just appear, does it? Oh, it does. Oh, that's a much easier test. Let's go across. That should be right. Okay. Oh, that is a much easier test. I'm going to write that as a test. Okay. I guess that makes it. Oh. Visual broken? No. Oh, that's okay. Okay. We need tests for all of the other directions. So okay. So left, up, down. So column 1, row 1. No, wait, left, up, down. So column 1, row 2. Yep. Column 2, row 1. Column 2, row 3, and then column 2 or 2, so filling in the middle. And so that should be horizontal, vertical, and 3, and then this should be left, up, down. I think that works. Let's run, oops, first. I'll run them all. They're quick. Alright, if this works, I'll just, yeah, cool. I'll copy and paste it 4 times, and we should see 2 failures. The problem with these directions is they don't roll off the tongue. Like, I can't actually remember which 4 I had. So right, up, down, that's valid, excellent. And it means we need to move this one to column 3. Cool. And then we have left, right, up, I guess. Yeah, okay. And then we have right, up, down. Is that right? Okay. Oh, I've already got a test for that. Oh, that's what? Okay, so left, right, down. That's it. That's it. Okay. So for these ones, they are up. So column 1, row 2, column 2, row 1. That's fine. Column 3, row column 3, row 2, and column 2. So this goes there. These are both horizontal. This one's vertical, and this one is left, right, up. I'm just going to be lazy and copy that again. And then left, right, down, which means this one's in the middle needs to go to row 3. That's not right. That's vertical. That's horizontal. I think. I don't know. Let's run it. Okay. We have 2 failing tests in the spot we failed. Well, at least we know it's not a drawing problem. It's definitely a track layout problem. So they're ending up left down and left up instead of being a 3-direction. I keep saying 3-way, and I don't want to, because of adult content. Let's see if we can work out what's going on. Where do we set left down? Here. Ah. Is this a priority thing? Are we falling through here into here before we end up... Wait. Left, right, down. Yeah, before we end up down here. That's probably what it is. So maybe we need to check all of the 3-way tracks first before checking any 2. That makes a lot of sense. Let's just step through it just to be sure, because we can test that our debugger display works as well. So, debug right. Okay, what tracks we got? Okay, debugger flow works. Wait. No, that's still pinned. There we are. Okay, well that's good that it remembers the pin. But there we are. So we have 3 horizontal tracks, which is right. That's. Oh, I've just realized. I could write a debugger visualizer. You know how with strings you get the little magnifying glass? You can actually write them for custom types. So I could write one for a track, or I could write one for a dictionary of tracks and just draw the game board. That'd be cool. It'd be funny if that had bugs in it. I'll try that. Debug. Anyway, do a thing. There's no crosses involved. Okay. We have 2 neighbors. 3 neighbors, that's right. Glad someone's paying attention. Yeah. I might just need to do this first. Yeah, let's go in there. So we do have we have a down. We don't have an up, so we fall into here. And therefore this is assuming, yeah, okay. Cool. That's relatively easy fix. So we'll just do the same trick here. If neighbors is 3, and do we just do yeah, okay. So if up isn't null and down isn't null, then to just steal some code, we want if left is null, we want right, up, down. Otherwise, we want left, up, down. Can't type. If you can't type, copy and paste. Otherwise, if we have neighbors on the left and the right of us, then this is left, right, up. Otherwise, this is left, right, down. That's easy enough, and I can get rid of all of this gubbins. Yes. I have buggered something up. Unassigned. If we have 3 neighbors, we are guaranteed to go to one of those places. But the compiler doesn't know that. Let's do this. And that. And that. Okay, so simple cross, 3-way connections, and standard 2-way connections. Yeah, or no way, or 1 way. Okay, let's run our tests. This is a little dodgy. Like, this repeated thing here is unnecessary, but fools the compiler. Oh. Left, right, down. Left, right, up. Okay, hang on. If up is null. Oh yeah, I have got that wrong. So that's left, right, down, and that's left, right, up. Run. I've got to finish my coffee quickly. Way past drinking time. Okay, all the tests passed. We can play with it. Yep. Yep. I know the tests pass, but I want to see it. Beautiful. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. I should fix that. It's good that works. Does this work? Yeah. Yeah, there's no reason it can't change two neighbors. Like, actually, if I do this... Yeah, it does change two neighbors. Huh. I wonder why I didn't. Pretty sure because there's no else statement nested inside those ifs. Yes, that's exactly right. Sorry, didn't say that earlier. Yes, it's one of these cases where I, as a human, know that count being 3 means 3 of these properties must not be null. The compiler has no idea about that. So, yeah. I don't love this, but the alternative is to put an else in there, and that's kind of invalid. I guess I could just throw an exception. That would work. This way, though, it just always falls down to being horizontal. Oh, I don't actually need this. Yes, I do. I could... Oh, okay. So I guess I could get rid of this, and I can get rid of this with the other option, and just say, if we get to this point and we haven't set a direction, then you are horizontal. But anyway. So that's an interesting thing here. Like that. I don't know why that wouldn't change 2 tracks. And that's going to change lots of tracks. What is that? Yeah. I don't know what that's supposed to do. What does JavaScript do? Yes, I'm sure, buddy. And interesting. Not too surprising that the same bug exists in the same code written by the same people, but in 2 different languages. What did I do the other day to get that? Oh yeah, that one. Man, that looks cool. Hey, I'm gonna do this. Alright, hang on. I'm being a bad streaming citizen. I'm gonna update my to-do list. Done that. Kind of done 3 direction tracks. Let's go, let's call it draw over 3 direction tracks. There we are. I finished my coffee. If I wake up at 4 AM, you will know why. But hopefully you won't know that it's happened, because that would be creepy. Hey, tracks. Alright, do we need any more tests? That's not what we need. We need the right mouse button to be a razor. Because that would help my fun. Whoa! Bug. Track. How did I do that? That, and then I erased that. Yep, there's a bug. Okay, well, I don't have any tests for erasing, so that's kind of not surprising. Oh, let's just test all these. Yep, done left, done right. We need to do up, and up the other way, and down. I always forget. Down, yep, and down. Okay, cool. I closed the tab again, didn't I? Let's check that in. 3 directional tracks. And let's do this. I want Wait. I want 3 verticals, then a horizontal, and then quickly join them up. So that is left, right, down, out. Let's call it draw over. I have decided this concept is draw over. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. Let's validate pre-state. Horizontal. Go wait. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then I want to draw over the track in the middle here. And I want it to change to left, right, down. But the rest stay the same. Yeah. Okay. This is going to fail. But that's okay, because that's how you do TV. You got some tests, and then they fail, and you go, oh, I should fix that. In that voice. You have to use that voice every time. Cool. Yep. Vertical. Correct. So, when we add a track, if the track already exists, then we just want to say, if, yeah, okay, hang on. So instead of contains key, we want to try get value. So if we get the value, then we need to set best track for action across. I wonder if I can just call this, or if I have to specifically call something that checks 3 ways. I'm going to say not check neighbors, because converting to a 3-directional track shouldn't require... No, that's not true. It does require changes. Let's see what happens. So, that works. Horizontal. Hey, that works. I'm going to need to write 4 more tests again. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. John loves. Nope, already had it. Which one was this one? Oh, found a bug. All of the bugs. Write that down. Okay, do another failing test. Okay, when I draw a track like this, it makes me happy. When I see a bug like this, it makes me think this will never be finished, ever. I want that to convert that to a 3-way track. What would JavaScript do? TypeScript. What would TypeScript do? Turn off all this. Okay. There. Oh. Oh, actually, I guess that's not a bug, is it? Like, it seems like a bug because I'm dragging down. But actually, it's just this. And then half an hour later, that. and horizontal is the default. So yeah, okay, that's not actually a bug. It just looks weird, and then you're again to fix it. All right, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. All right, let's see if that test passed. Yeah, I should probably create draw over tracks for all of these, but this is my bad testing again. Yeah, there's a bug. Can you see that on the stream? Yes, you can. It's just a Visual Studio bug. No big deal. Alright, left, right, down, and it says it should be right, up, down. Vertical, vertical, vertical. Horizontal should be right. Yes, that's right. Yep, just my bad test. Once again, ASCII art. I know I sound like a broken record, but maybe if I keep mentioning it, I'll actually do it one day. Alright, we need another test. The easiest one to do is to move these to column 3. So we're going left, up, down. And if this works, I can create 2 more. This is cool. I'm okay. I'm happy with... Oh. What the... Oh, I forgot to change that to 3. I'm happy with the increasing test coverage, that's for sure. Especially as I discover more bugs, but yeah, eventually all this track direction stuff is going to have to go. So if I can keep these tests up to date, and if I can get them as exhaustive as possible, it's obviously going to give me a lot more confidence when it comes to doing that. Alright, so now we need 3 horizontal and so row 1, 1, 1 and 2, 2, yep. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. Let's do this again. That's 2, 1 is the final one. Yep. They're all horizontal. Yeah, that's horizontal too. Now, these ones are horizontal. This one should be vertical, and this one should be left, right, down. And I'm so not confident with these magic numbers that I have to run this test all the time. OLive unit testing, why hast thou forsaken me? Left, right, down, so we need to do left, right, up. Right up, and that means we move from row 1 to row 3. Okay, should be good. So 1, 2, 3. How many raw over tests do we have? Should have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And it's not that. Left, right, up is horizontal. What? This one is horizontal. At column 2, row 3. Oh. Got to change that up. Okay. Driver tracks. Done. Update the to list. 3 direction tracks. Good night, Cabzor. If you're really desperate, you can watch the rest on YouTube tomorrow. Probably only go for another half hour myself. We're drawing over an existing cell. Alright, let's just quickly do the to-do list item I just said, because it makes my testing much easier. Which is, we want to erase. Switch the erase tool on mouse down with the right mouse button. So, mouse down is fine. We are accepting only left button. I want left or right. I've forgotten how to do this. Actually, is there a none? Yeah. I'm going to say, as long as it's not none. What else is there? No, I don't know anymore. Alright, let's just put that in. Okay, and then this can be this can just be with it's the last button. Oh, brackets. Cool. Let's make that a bit nicer. Oh, we're going to add a parameter. Yes. Oh. Grr. I could have sworn I used to work. It's basically complaining that it can't find this method because this method is missing a parameter. But I thought it used to work and it went to the nearest overload if there was only one. Excuse me, can't talk. No. Okay, so let's do this. There we go. That should be as easy as it looks. Crack. Bugger it up. Right. I'm guessing this is always true. God, I thought this was going to be an easy change. Rasmusman, this is debugging. Is none 0? Yeah, I bet you none is 0. See, I can't test this because you can't click. Alright. Yes, show me what mouse buttons are nice. Yeah, it's 0. Okay. Oh, yeah. So for none, we can just do that. It's the end that was the problem there. Okay, cool. So that works. Right click, erase. Excellent. Why don't you press both? Yeah, it's kind of weird. Okay, cool. Right click is erase. That's okay. What happens if you're on the train tool and you right click? You don't really want to raise the train. Maybe you do want to raise the train. Yeah, let's do it. Little quality of life improvement. Add another to-do item because Comet is creeping up the list and I'm not mentally prepared. Let's see why we're not creating 2 cross tracks. So, where's our cross tests? Maybe I should start splitting these up. In fact, this is where I have an internal dilemma with myself because these are technically game board tests because they're creating a game board and testing it. But realistically, they're track direction tests. They just happen to not be unit tests. And I like that because I don't want to rely on implementation details. I also realize I'm not using any interfaces here, so, well, except for DI. But, yeah, I don't like creating interfaces even if I use them for testing. Maybe one day. Okay. Where's the cross track? Cross, middle, last. That's basically what we want, but we want 2 crosses. Hang on. Cross horizontal first. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2. So it's a horizontal line, then I want a vertical. So that would do now a 3-way track. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. Alright, so 2 crosses. So what we're going to want here is we want that. So we're going to create a 3-way. Then we want to create another horizontal 4 and 5. So now we have 2 T intersections, and then we add a track in the middle. Makes sense. So our first T intersection with cross is that. Our second T intersection is hang on. I'm confused. Visual aid. Okay, so column 1, row 2, 2, 2, yep, 2, 1. Oh, that's not a bug. Okay. Column 1, 2, 3, and 2, 5. And then 2, 3. Yep. Okay, so we have 2 1s vertical, 2 2s cross, 2 3s vertical, yep. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so horizontals are at 4. Our vertical, we need to just, no, we don't need to just that one again. We have a cross at 4, 2, 4. We have a vertical in the middle, which is 3, but we've already tested it. Okay. Yeah. I wonder why this fails. If we get all neighbors, up has 4. Oh, it's just this. It's going to up and it, yeah. Oh, so what happens if I do that? Ugh. Sorry. Wrong button. Yeah. beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, that. It's a modern woodcraft. Wait. Okay. No. Too much to ask. I got greedy. Ooh. That's a bug. Maybe. No. Yeah, that's a bug. I'm gonna reproduce it again. No. How do I do it? There. Then there? No, that's right. What was it? It was that, and then that, and that, and then that, and then that. It's not. Okay. Let's see if this new test fast, and then add more failing tests. Factory. I'm actually curious now. Are we doing better than the JavaScript version? Although the JavaScript version didn't do two crosses either. So that, and then that, and then that, and then that, and then that. Oh, JavaScript wins. Because that's the same, isn't it? I've forgotten now. Check. Down the middle. One up, and yep, that's it. Okay. I shall create a failing test. Actually, let's test things. Yeah, that works. That fails. Oh, okay, there we go. There's a minimal repro. Excellent. I like a good minimal repro. Okay, just so two crosses pass. I'm going to call this one. I'm just going to start a new test. Down the bottom. Oh. God, Visual Studio is teasing me today. Alright. Effects. We shall call this one the Trident. And I'm just going to include a little ASCII out here. What? Oh. Okay, forget the ASCII. Let's make sure we get the order up. So if we go down, 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 down. Yeah. So, number 1. 2, 3, 6, and 7th for the draw over. Okay. 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, and 3, 1, and 2, 3, and then draw over 2, 2. Okay. How many got? 1, 6. 1, 2, 6. So, vertical. Right up. left, right, down, left, up, vertical, vertical. You just got to remember the order you're opening. Let's make sure that works, and then we add in that one. Can I test while it's running? Yes, okay. Tried and works. So then we add a track 2,1. Now what do we expect this to be? We expect that to actually change those two. Okay. Which means this one is actually a cross. This vertical is a right down. This vertical is a left down. And the good old one in the middle is a right, left, right, up. Okay. We know this one fails, right? Yep. Right down, then we go vertical. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's find out why. Let's find out why. Actually, we've done traction priority too. Okay. What does that board look like? Vertical. Yep. Okay, so our board looks like the Triton on the screen. And we're about to draw one in the middle. Okay, good. No track. No crossing. Oh! Whoops. I missed that. Oh, no, that's right. It's cross. Oh, cool. Okay. No, that works. Alright, so we did that. Yeah, we made a cross. Good. Yes. Excellent. Yeah. Okay. I should check if this is ever actually used anymore. Oh. Code coverage. Alright, what do we got? So, we have a cross underneath us, left and right vertical, and they both can be changed. So that's right. Count is at 4. Right, our count is 3. We don't know that. Okay, so we have a left, we have a right. We don't have an up, so it should become... Wait, we don't have an up, so we should have left, right, down, which is right, and we do. But we're not refreshing our neighbours. Oh! Ho, 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 ho. A new direction. Wait, what? How? What? How? Mind blown. Why was our direction already that? Oh, was it setting the cross? Did setting the cross change us, but not our neighbours? Aha. So when I click here, that sets this to be a cross, which then says, hey neighbours, go and rotate yourself. Which then sets this to be left, right, down. And we deliberately don't check the next neighbours. So now we get to here. Our direction apparently hasn't changed. So nothing updates our neighbours. Interesting. Should we be setting the cross, checking for a cross last? What would that do? That would... A star. Yeah, well... Does pathfinding make sense? Do I want to find a path? I want to find all of the paths. If we check for a cross last, presumably that would make this horizontal. Which would then do... Yeah, well, it'll probably still work. Alright, let's think about when... So we call it a we tell it to refresh our neighbours, but we never, even if we're refreshing our neighbours, we never refresh our neighbours. I wonder if a three-way join is the exception to that rule. So that's not a cross. Okay, so there we go. No is the answer. It's nothing to do with three-way because this is a bug too. The problem is, if I change this to true, or to carry this on, I'm pretty sure that's how we get our Stack Overflows. Let's have a look. Hang on a second. I'm assuming you can still see me, but I just noticed. Oh yeah, that's fine. Sorry, I just noticed there's no red dot saying that I'm streaming. What was it doing? Okay, so trident dish. Okay. So that all works. Now I need to remember how we got Stack Overflow. I think I added a test for it, right? Oh, was it the arrays case? Ugh. Well, I'm not getting it now. That's still a bug. So many bugs. I wonder if my tests will pass. I don't think I added a test for the Stack Overflow case, though. Does anyone ever call this false? No. So this parameter is currently essentially unused. I definitely added it for a reason. Choose failed. That's interesting. Our circle on top tests. What do they look like now? Wow, that actually... I mean, that works. It's different, but it works. That's not what this does, is it? No. That is... I mean... It's not wrong. Kind of. It's kind of wrong. Human centipede, this thing. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm scared because I can't remember what caused the stack overflow, but there definitely was one. Can I do this? Oh my god. All of the tracks. Ah, bugger it up. You have to go back over. Yep, that makes sense. You should totally put me in charge of your train networks. Look how good I am. Anyone got a model train set they want me to design something for them? You need to go after the Gunzel market. Whoa. Weirdness is happening. See, this is weird because, like, it's not wrong. it's just weird and not highly defensible as being logical, but I'm certainly not getting stack overflows. So I think this is probably better than what I had before. So that works. And I just need to fix a bug with erasing, or let's say with some unpredictability around that. Which also doesn't make sense because it should always refresh the names. Maybe this is track priority. Okay, let's do this. Let's debug this. So in here, so we want to draw. We want to draw like that, and then like that, and then I erase that one. Okay. Oh. Something does recall false. Okay, so that's why they don't get the stack overflow. Huh. That's interesting. Down is a vertical and left is a horizontal. What did our screen look like? Down is vertical, left is... Oh, okay, right. Yep. Okay. So if I make this... So if I pass in through here, that'll fix the bug, but that will maybe reintroduce the stack overflow. Let's find out. Nope. Looks good. I don't know what that is. What happened there? Oh, it's kind of... It really wants to draw circles. Maybe that's okay though. It's kind of predictable. Except when you're erasing tracks. It just really wants to draw circles. Yeah, that works. That's all. Neat. Yeah. Alright. I'm convinced. What's our changes? We're getting rid of this. We're just going to get rid of this parameter, aren't we? Okay, so that's actually a separate change. Yeah. Annoyance number one with Visual Studio. I can't stage this chunk. Okay. Need to do this. But Hang on a second. I need to do something, but I can't show you my screen. Okay, I'm back. I just had this open to a closed source repo, so have a look at it. Whoa. Did you see that? Right. That's what happens on hot days. Too much air conditioning. I hope my PC power doesn't die. That one. Okay. So, I can never remember. I think that means it's not curling that. Yeah. Okay. So, we don't want that. We don't want that. We want those 4 lines, and that, what that does allow for multiple JSON cross-tracks. That's wrong, isn't it? Nope, that's worse. Why doesn't GitHub Desktop have a spell checker? Yay! Alright, commit that one. That's all I use GitHub Desktop for. Alright, now we can just get rid of this parameter. So, can I do it this way? Yes. Remove. Very good. And let's remove this one as well. And let's see if it works. Oh, good failed. Makes sense, really. Huh. We're going back to refreshing everything. It's interesting. But if it works, it works. What was the one that did it? The fishhook. Still works. Oh, that's wrong. There's, no. That's not right. We've somehow lost happiness. Ah. Yeah, so this goes left down, which makes this go left up, which then makes this check itself. But that act of checking is counting as a draw over for that. So I kind of need to separate out those concepts. Yeah, that's. Okay, so we do need back to where I was in here. So this needs to essentially be a separate call that says just check for 3-way ties. Okay. So try set 3. Can I pull up? Oh no, track's not in test. Okay. So direction is that one, and Do I want to do all of this? Now hang on. I still need to check for 3 directions there. When you click, but not check for 3 directions if we're checking neighbors. Aha. So, what I actually want to do is say check for 3 directions. That is true. That doesn't matter because it's going to be across anyway. That's going to just do this. If we're checking, do that, and we never want to check neighbors for 3 directions. I think. Yeah, so that goes back to that. Actually, the drawer over could check for across. So that still works. That still works. That bug. Maybe. No, that all works. Whoa, that doesn't work. Ah, I've buggered it. I've buggered it. I'm pretty sure I can just revert this commit. I can not make this commit because I think all of this is it's the removal of this. Let's actually do a quick test. Oh yeah, that should have been committed before. Let's revert the track code and the game board code. And then we'll see what we're up to. If these tests pass, I think it might be time to call it a night, because clearly I'm making things worse now. Test run finished, 26 pass, okay, 1 power. Right. It was the fix for the Trident. No, and the fix for that was essentially that, right? So that's okay. So we can still have that fix, but not have the arrays be horrible. And I think not. No, still aggressively creates circles. It just loves it some circles, but not vertically, which is interesting. Just horizontally. Right, so Trident or aggressively create circles. Let's leave it at that. Let's go with Trident. I will note down to not aggressively create circles, and we will. Oh no, that's right. This one has just changed. Yes. Okay, so we're going to fix these two by not aggressively creating circles. So I'll leave these two as failing, and yeah. So this is allowing a three-way track next to a cross to change its neighbors' directions. And the fix that's to come is only change to a 3-direction track if you click. Yeah, I think that's right. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So we just need to carry some click state through. I'll just write that down. To T. If from us. T intersection. What a much better way than saying 3-way track. Cool. Well, that's it. Thank you for joining me. I think except for those bugs, this is pretty cool now. And they're pretty obscure bugs, but like you can see, as I just drag down, it just kind of does what you expect, which is nice. Oh, except for that. Okay, so they're maybe not super obscure, but I like it. At this point, I'm not sure whether I'm dreading doing trains or whether I should just draw some trains before I get bored of drawing tracks. Because even with the aggressive circles, they are, touch wood, valid. A train can, well, it'll get stuck on that, I guess, but, you know, they at least join up, right? So, yeah. Alright, cool. Thank you for joining me, and, white space. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I guess I better push all this stuff up, and I'll see you next week, which is Christmas Day, so I'm gonna guess that you won't be watching, but I'll probably still be here. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, thanks a lot. Ciao.